And what's doing, guys? Back with another fresh vinyl review. Today we're going to be looking at the Toho 30cm series Godzilla 2014 RIC Boy Exclusive. That comes with the flying Muto, as you see here. Okay, this figure was released in June of 2015. It was a summer release. It was a real popular release. A lot of hardcore Godzilla 2014 fans, were definitely excited about this figure. I will say, yes, I'm excited. I'm still excited about the figure. It's a great looking figure. It's a great size and all that good stuff. So definitely a welcome to the Toho 30cm series. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's talk about the box real quick. The box. Check out the box. This is the box cover. No more box. It's just a box cover. Why? Because I just don't have any more room for boxes. People, I'm not selling this stuff. If I do, then But anyway, it's the box. You got the box cover. Godzilla 2014 on it. The big Godzilla 2014 logo, the RIC Boy sticker, and your typical mumbo jumbo. Okay, so that's the box. Took it, big deal. Nothing too crazy about the box. All right, so the figure itself, I will say it's big. It's on the larger size of the 30cm figures. It definitely stands up there with Space Godzilla, Hedra. What other large, big, some of the 30cm figures are definitely on the big side. This I think stands at like 32 centimeters. I'd have to measure again, but it's definitely big. Size-wise, it's not much of a shelf hog. One thing I do like is that the tail swoops up like this, which is great. For displaying on the shelf, it's not going to take up that much room. But, I think it's different. Not many of the Godzilla tails swoop straight up like this. Where I was kind of wishing maybe, we're thinking, it would look cool if it kind of swooped down. Actually, Samson West, yes, he did this with his tail. He heated up. And I'm glad I just remembered this because it's been a while since he did this. But he heated up this section of the tail really, really hot, or he boiled it or whatever he did, and he bent it back. So you can bend it back if you want. So that's something to do. I'm okay with it like this. I might try the Samson West method here to getting the tail squishy soft and bending it down. Not a big deal. The dorsal plates, let's look at the figure now. The dorsal plates are great. Lots of nice grooves, detail, and everything sculpted into that. The back itself, it's like a jagged, massive mountainside. It's really like jagged looking and everything. Get all the plates and whatnot, the bumps, the scales. I mean, Godzilla's skin, it's very platey-like. It's a lot of armored like plate. That's what it looks like. It's almost like turtle-like, but you know what I mean, right? Good. The back, but again, lots of detail. The legs, on the thighs and everything here, lots of bumps and spikes and grooves and everything, all up and down the legs, the thighs, down the calves, lots of scales and wrinkles and shrills and whatnot. Those look good. The head, the back of the neck, which I really like, is that, again, it's like it's platey looking. It's like shell-like almost. Not like a turtle shell, but, no, I don't know what I know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so detail looks great. The hands are sharp, the fingernails are sharp. As far as the arms and the hands go, about the sculpt, I kind of don't like the hanging down look. I almost wish they were a little bit more bent at the elbows, just a little bit. They don't have to be like the Muscle Goji here, like that. But it would have been cool maybe if they were just up. But that's how he looked in the movie, so it's okay. It's okay. The face looks really good. For the design, I think the X Plus did a real good job of capturing the design. The beady little eyes look great. The teeth look great. Lots of detail in the teeth area, okay, so that looks good. The snout, they captured the look spot on. I have no complaints in the detail in the sculpt department. I will talk about the feet. The feet are exactly what we saw in the film. It's just, they're just stubby elephant feet. After looking at it, closer at the feet here, more than you actually saw in the film. You're looking at, like, the pinky toe. Like, how does he even step on that? Like, it's gotta hurt. Like, I would almost imagine that he breaks it every time he steps down. But, hey, his feet, not mine. The paint job, it's mostly like this dark brown paint job throughout. It has some highlights here on the stomach. On the inside of, of the stomach and the chest area. The tail has an underside of light brown and beige and whatnot, so that looks pretty good. The toenails are they're just an off brown, and the fingernails are the same way. So nothing's too bone white. Again, this is a completely redesign here, of something that, from what we're used to seeing on normal Godzilla, like we see here, okay? So, but it looks good. I like the design. Don't get me wrong. Okay? What else can we say about it? It looks good, right? Yeah, it does. It does look good. It does look good. The Muto. Let's talk about the RIC now. The RIC Muto here. Excuse me. The RIC now, this is the male. Yeah, this is the male version of the Muto. The flying version was the male in the film. You know, it's a good size. It's made out of vinyl and everything. He's got, you know, for a little bit of dynamic here, he's got the one arm up, and the rest of it is, you know, pretty basic. Detail's good. The paint job is pretty much the same throughout. His eyes are, you know, painted red. It would have been cool if these were actually painted red. His little hooves here, you know, every time he puts it down, he does that EMP pulse. But the chest area looks good. It's got all that craziness going on with the other arms and whatnot, so that looks good. So, a good RIC. It's a nice size RIC. It's on the larger size for RIC extras. And, you know, I dig it. It would have been, hey, you know what I think X Plus should do? They should do the female version, because that would be a big figure. That would be a real, real big figure. So let's bring up Godzilla again. Okay, so the figure. Let's see. If you bought the RIC when it came out, it would have cost you probably about $220, $225 or so. The standard was about $160, I think. That was on retail. That was, you know, on release. So now that the figure's been out, what, 6, 7, what is it, February? Oh, crap. 8 months? 7, 8 months? You know, I've seen them going for anywhere about $300 now. And the RIC is a kind of the more sought after one because it has the RIC Muto, okay? So get it while you can. If not, you know, at the time of this recording, the Roaring RIC Godzilla 2014 just came out, and that has a different pose. We're going to talk about that in my next video. That's going to be the next video review, so stand by for that. I dig the figure. It's big. I like it. A lot of detail. It's crisp. Yeah, I can't complain too much about the figure itself. All right, guys, so that concludes my review. Make sure you check out freshvinylhq.com. Hit me up in the comments section. You guys got questions or whatnot. And enjoy the hobby. Enjoy the hobby, people. And remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam!